on the home front.
We can't afford a 20% wage increase.
Show us your books.
Get out of my office.
They don't want a strike. They have no strike fund to help the members survive a strike.
Oh, they have no strike fund.
A lockout.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Not that you have to suffer. This should help see you through. It'll all be over in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
They know about the nighttime operations at your warehouse.
I don't want any photographs taken. Is that clear?
Smile for the birdie.
Why do you have to go to Florida?
You can't play ball up here in the winter.
Well, why don't you wait till the weather gets warmer and they come and play here?
That's not the way it works. Ginger, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have to take this.
I can't come with you. I can't give up my shot at being a radio star
Let's get married before I leave.
just so we can have sex.
That's not the only reason.
And reason number 2.
I lock up in a half hour.
I've had more than enough beer for a guy in spring training anyway.
I said I had to lock up. I didn't necessarily mean lock up after you're gone.
Last 3 guys who got invited up to her room made the final cut because Miss Judy Owen is good luck guaranteed, provided you take her up on it.
I have never met anyone like you before.
Want to dance with someone not like anyone you've ever met before? You've been on the dance floor once or twice in your life.
I didn't used to know how to. My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend taught you how to dance?
Yes. Yes.
She did a good job.
You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen or imagined. But I can't do this because, well, I can't explain why I can't do this, but I can't do this
You
because
sure
I
are
can't.
some warrior.
Coach has a sixth sense about this.
Hi. Oh, I got laid off from WREQ because of the ad revenues were falling because of the plant closing. And so I convinced my mother to let me come visit my cousin in Jacksonville. And my cousin, God bless her, is covering for me so that I could come visit you. And it's swell. Who's that woman?
She's the...
Judy,
Judy. This is Ginger, my fiance. Ginger, this is Judy.
it's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. Hope you have a chance to stop by and have a drink while you're here, and we can chat. I'd love to now, but darn it, I've got to relieve my substitute. Hope you enjoy your stay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Judy is the landlady?
No. She's a friend.
Friend?
A bartender, as a matter of fact.
Oh, what a coincidence. She's a bartender, you're a bartender. She was in your room, you were in your room.
Now, don't make anything out of that.
Could I possibly make any more of that than there already is?
It's nothing like what you're thinking, honestly.
Come on, Buster, I didn't just fall off a turnip truck.
Ginger.
Jeff?
I'm glad you're here. Relieved, actually.
Oh, I'm relieved, too. I'm tickled pink, in fact, to know the truth before I married a two-timer.
You think I'm a two-timer. I'm
Oh,
not.
you think I'm stupid. I'm not.
Look, I'm not lying. Nothing happened. Ask her.
Oh, did you think I was born yesterday? Is she gonna admit anything?
It's not fair to assume.
Fair? Fair? First, Charlie breaks off my engagement without a by your leave to marry that British tramp. And then I find my fiancé entertaining some woman in his room, and he expects me to believe that he was just mixing drinks. Well, obviously, the world is not fair, Buster. Maybe I have lousy taste in men, or maybe you're all alike, but I'm not staying around long enough to find out.
Well, hey, where are you going?
Home.
Ginger, please, don't...
Got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to be affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate my last remark,
Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark.
what did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Why me? Maybe it's your man of the people image. Maybe it's because the old man likes you because you were a friend of his son.
Maybe it's because my sister's on the other side.
You're awfully cynical.
Deplores violence. What in blazes happened out there?
Exactly what it says there.
Sloan family is upset beyond words by these events. The head of our plant police apprehended 3 intruders, including the president, the chief negotiator of NLA Local 311, and a Negro member of the union before they broke into our warehouse.
They knew we were coming, Dad.
Everyone at Sloan Industries deplores violence in any form and condemns it in the strongest possible terms. But we did not instigate this. And those who do break the law and provoke violence must shoulder the responsibility of bringing this on themselves. The United States of America is the greatest, most powerful, most envied nation on earth because of our respect for private property. These criminal agitators were trespassing on private property, breaking the law in an effort to inflame susceptible members of their union and our community. We believe that this contemptible effort will meet with failure, not just because these people are hoodlums and radicals, but most importantly because they do not represent the vast majority of our employees who are law-abiding and hardworking citizens. Workers at Sloan Industries have prospered for more than 20 years, and we want nothing more for them than a prosperous, peaceful future.
Alice Guard doesn't like my mug. Thanks, guys. I'm okay now. Sloan's goons knew we were going out there. There's a fink in the union.
Are you going to file charges?
We don't want to add notoriety to that left-wing bunch who claims to speak for workers, but which is, in fact, interested only in agitating them. And to that end, has misrepresented to their union membership the substance of our contract offer, which represents significant improvements in wages and benefits.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Good job, Hank. Thanks for coming on such short notice.
Yes, we are grateful. I'm sure we'll make the late edition.
Keep up the good work.
keep it up?
Stroke of genius choosing the Metcalf boy to speak for us.
Thank you.
Rather like choosing Mr. Deeds.
We're going to have to find out who told those characters about the warehouse operating.
We'll ask Caroline to find out.
Mrs. Haley, telephone.
Mrs. Haley speaking.
Caroline, this is Ruth Sloan. I need to discuss something.
Who was it?
Wrong number.
I'm glad you came back. I was worried about you.
So worried you fell asleep?
It's the middle of the night.
I'm only here temporarily as my car broke down. I will be out of your way in the morning.
I don't want you out of my way.
Good night.
You're gonna sleep there?
I'm perfectly comfortable.
Ginger, come to bed. I mean, use the bed.
No, thank you.
Can I explain things? Ginger, I know you're not asleep. Please believe me, nothing happened between Judy and me.
Jeff, if you say nothing happened, I believe you.
You do?
Yeah, but I also believe that what didn't happen because I showed up. If I hadn't, what hadn't happened most probably surely would have. Good night.
Ginger?
It is very difficult for me to come here and ask you for help. Please leave me some pride.
Can I?
Sloan Industries spokesman Hank Metcalf said the intruders were prevented from entering the warehouse. But union representatives claim they only wanted to document illegal activities. Activities which the plant management denies.
Intruders?
Linda, don't start. I hate living here.
Their statement said thugs. I thought intruders was more accurate and less inflammatory.
You never give your brother credit for anything.
I gave him credit for writing that statement, but I guess he'll just say anything they tell him to.
Oh, what a hateful thing to say.
But predictable. You haven't had an idea of your own since Al Khan showed up. Talk about spouting the party line.
What I say, I believe it.
And I don't!
You believe that Charlie would steal?
I believe that Charlie might trespass. Al Khan would steal and he was there.
Not. He would.
For the sake of the cause, he would do anything. And they were trespassing, which is what I said.
Were they trespassing?
Were the Sloans breaking the law? Answer the
No.
question. No. So you believe them before you believe your sister or
Give
your
me
friend?
some proof! Give me some proof!
Maybe it's because we don't pay you to believe us.
God damn you, Linda!
That was my mother's. Who is it?
Ruth Sloan.
What do you want?
I certainly don't want to stand here carrying on a conversation through this door and calling attention to myself. I'm not used to being hung up on.
How could I possibly talk to you with my husband listening?
Don't use that tone with me, young lady.
Don't use that tone with me. I am not your servant. You people almost killed my husband.
Your husband was behaving like a common criminal, and the guards that we were forced to hire were simply defending our property and their lives.
You'd say anything.
I'm telling the truth. We do not want violence. We want peace inside and outside the factory. And we need your help to achieve that.
Oh, you'll get no more bloody help from me. And I'll thank you to get out of this flat before my husband comes home. Oh, you want him to find you here?
I want nothing of the sort. I want you to calm down and listen very carefully, because there is a great deal at stake for all of us involved here. The last thing I want is for anyone to think that you betrayed your husband.
You're threatening me?
I'm trying to protect you, and the best way to protect you is to end this business quickly so that your husband never finds out.
You are threatening me.
We need to know who is spying for the union. You must find out.
I can't. Oh, it's Charlie.
Caroline!
Is that you, love?
It's me.
I'm just finishing up my shower.
Say I came for Gina's things.
Bloody hell you will.
We need the name of their spy.
How was your meeting?
Not supposed to talk about it.
You don't trust your own wife?
It's not a question about trusting you. It just don't do to talk about it. Loose lips and all.
You'll be seeing spies in the closet next.
You're not taking this seriously, Caroline. There's a fink in the union who almost got us killed. What's this?
I wanted to surprise you.
Where'd you get it?
I saved it.
From what?
My Christmas job, and I always put a few pennies aside when I go to market, and Mom sends me a bit now and again.
There's $100 here. You're unbelievable.
I want to join the union.
I thought you didn't want to be associated with a bunch of radicals.
I thought about what you said, and if you believe in something so strongly you'd risk your life for it, then I want to be a part of it.
Swell. Come to a meeting.
Day or so, it's such a long drive back.
There's no reason for me to stay here.
Ignition point's burnt out. Parts 65 cents. Labor comes to $2, $2.65 all told. I wouldn't go much over 35 before you get that timing chain replaced. I'll get your receipt.
Was there anything I can say to make you stay?
If you could honestly say that you were not alone in your room with that woman in the middle of the night, I'd stay, but you can't honestly say that.
I can honestly say nothing happened.
Because I showed up.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. What was she doing in your room?
Visiting.
Well, not baking bread, not delivering groceries, not washing windows. Silly me, who washes windows in the middle of the night? But let's just say she was visiting. And let's say you came home visiting and you found, say, a man in my bedroom in the middle of the night. And I said, Jeff, this is Paul. He's just visiting.
Depends on who Paul is.
Well, let's just say he's not my brother.
And so who is he?
An engineer at the radio station who's sweet on me.
You never told me.
Exactly.
I refuse to break off our engagement.
Well, suit yourself. But it takes two to waltz down the aisle. I'm looking for a different partner.
I do guarantee the ignition points.
I guarantee my car isn't running.
I'll send over the tow truck. Did you leave the keys in the car?
On the visor.
My boy gets out of school at 3. He'll pick it up right after.
3 o'clock.
We don't open till noon.
Just my luck. You're welcome to stay. Thank you. Just my luck.
We wanted to have this little chat to make sure you both realize that we do not lay your son's misguided actions at your feet. We don't blame you, and your jobs are not in jeopardy.
They drive me up a wall. If I don't have a heart attack first, I'm gonna take his damn Packard and park it on a railroad track.
You are working yourself into a state.
They worked me into a state. Usually I can let it slide, let it roll off, but my son is a veteran with as many ribbons as their son, and they have no right to treat him that way.
Robert was trespassing.
You side with these people against your own.
Abel Davis, you are not the only one angry enough to slap that woman's face. But this is our situation the way I see it. We work here, and we are not prepared to walk off this job. And Lord knows we don't have no union behind us. So we have no choice. We have to just bide our time and wait for an opportunity to present itself.
All gone. The baby was hungry.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Gina, how long do you plan to live with these people?
How's your fiance enjoying her visit?
She went home this morning.
This might be one of those things I'll lie awake at 82 and wonder why I said it, but I don't think she's left the city limits.
Why do you say that?
She was in here this morning.
Did you tell her nothing happened?
I didn't get a chance to. She called a mechanic. My cleaning man thought she wasn't going to get towed before 3 and left.
Then she's probably back at my place. Nothing I say to her works. Do you have any advice?
Ordinarily, advice is included in the price of a beer, and in this case, I'm not exactly an impartial bartender.
Fair enough. Oh, Coach. I need advice.
Don't swing at the first pitch.
I mean, I've got female troubles. My fiancée showed up and surprised me without warning.
She have a gun?
No, sir, but I was...
You want to marry her?
Yes, sir, Coach, but she called off the engagement because I was...
Because? Doesn't matter a hill of beans.
Well, sure it does.
You giving advice or you getting it?
Excuse me, Coach.
Doesn't matter what upset her. If you want to marry her, you apologize.
But I didn't do anything.
Who said anything about what you did or didn't do? I'm talking about keeping the peace. Do it like a warm-up drill. Follow this pattern. You were right. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Try it.
You were right. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Again.
You were right. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Again.
You were right. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it, Buster. I mean, it's easy to say I'm sorry.
No, it is not. Especially when you've tried and convicted me for something I didn't do.
But you thought about it.
Oh, now I'm tried and convicted for thinking about something.
You considered it. You considered doing something which an engaged man ought not to do, which means you're not sure you want to be engaged to me.
I'm sure now, okay?
No?
Yes.
Which means you weren't sure before, which only underlines the fact that you were considering it.
But I'm sorry for considering it.
Oh, you sure are sorry, Buster.
Good to see you, Royal. The problem we have is the same problem other unions had last fall. The Sloans are making money legally, even while we're shut down. Linda's research...
I'm so glad you came, Caroline.
Here's how it works.
Thanks.
The war profits tax went out the
what's
window
this
the
for?
first of this year. But most big
refreshments.
companies made all the money they were allowed to make in the first 3 quarters.
Pass along for me.
Stick with me a minute. This is going to make sense, I guarantee. So, they didn't give a damn if they were struck, because they'd lose production, not money. That's why they thumbed their noses at the unions and pretty much invited a strike. Then badmouthed them when they did, called them unpatriotic. Our problem is that whatever the Sloans lose this year is also counted against excess profits taxes 44 and 45. So, the thing of it is, they're going to earn money sitting on their hands. It'll be 3, maybe 4 months before they actually lose money. Like the fat cats say, they got all the loopholes on their side and no incentive to settle. Did you find that interesting?
I did, truly. 1 or 2 things need explaining.
Such as?
Aren't there more members?
There's more than 300. We'd have more than 600 if we get a closed shop. We don't call general meetings unless we have something big to vote on.
Well, if you took up a collection at general meetings too, there'd be many a vicar envious of your congregation. All that money for donuts?
That money's not for donuts.
Linda said refreshments.
That's what we call the money we pay our spy.
You're hunting for a management spy and you have one of your own?
We have a spy, they have a fink. That evens it out.
It's so dangerous.
That's why we pay him. They won't catch him.
Well, don't tell me who it is. I don't want to know.
Yes, hello? Hello? Who is it? Nobody say.
Please. Ruth Sloan speaking.
It's me.
Hold on, please. Oh, thank you, Gina. I'm sorry you were wakened. I'll take care of this. Good night.
Good night.
Are you there?
Yes. Robert Davis is the spy or pays the spy.
Which is it?
Don't ask me anything else.
Well, I
Bye.
need to know which one it is. Wait, Caroline.
How can you do this to your husband?
I have done nothing to my husband.
They beat him!
Shut up! I know they beat him. Do you believe for a single second I thought it would come to that? Do you think I knew that would happen?
I did not.
I was only helping prevent a strike. So don't come parading down here from your big house to criticize me. You mustn't tell Charlie.
It is not right that I let Charlie be in danger.
I'm done with your in-laws, Gina. I swear, I've done with those people. I've nothing more to do with them, and they know it. I won't lift a finger to help them. I swear I truly did believe I was helping prevent a strike. I did. That's what they told me. Bloody liars. And after the lockout, your bloody mother-in-law threatened to tell Charlie what I'd done if I didn't get him more information. But I've done with them. And if you tell Charlie, he'll divorce me. And like as not, I'll be deported. What's there but the likes of me back in England? You can't send me back, Gina.
We're a little self-conscious having a reporter in our house.
What would you be talking about now if a reporter wasn't here to ask you?
Whose turn is it to do the dishes? Mom's good cooking.
Oh, come on, Hank. We talk about Jeff. Did you know my other son is at the Indian spring training?
Yes, I did. Mrs. Metcalf.
Yes?
The other Mrs. Metcalf. Can your husband and sister-in-law actually leave their differences at the door?
Most of the time.
Do you ever have to choose sides?
No, my husband is always right.
How did 2 people from the same family end up on opposite sides of the bargaining table?
He made a mistake. I believe my sister and I both want the same thing, which is a contract that is fair and equitable. We just chose different ways to achieve that goal.
Is that true, Miss Metcalf?
We certainly disagree on what is fair and equitable.
The management he represents wants to turn the clock back to wartime hours and pre-war wages.
That misrepresents the contract offer. And rhetoric like that does not contribute to a resolution.
Do you want some more coffee?
Neither does a lockout.
Maybe some tea?
This is a temporary shutdown.
A glass of
Bad
water?
faith bargaining. Because while workers go without paychecks, the company still makes money, using first quarter losses to recover surplus profits taxes from 1944 and 45.
What's that? Don't go out there, okay?
I'm gonna have them send a photographer over.
Your guys are out of control.
My guys? What makes you think that
Oh,
this was
come on!
Stop it!
Let's get some rags and we'll clean this up before the photographer gets here. I do not want people to see us this way.
Four, 5, 6, 10, huh? 8's all I've got.
For how long?
Until she decides to stay of her own accord.
I'm beginning to wonder if I can trust that mechanic.
You don't think he's honest?
Well, every time I go back there, he finds something else wrong or he can't get the part for a week. Will you loan me bus fare back home?
Will I what?
I'll pay you back with interest.
Not only will I not loan you bus fare, if you borrow it from anybody else, I'll telephone your mother and tell her you spent several nights in my apartment.
You are threatening me.
Yes, I am. I'm also apologizing again. You'll notice I'm not over at Judy's apologizing to her. That should tell you something. I'm also not buying her presents. Is your pillow lumpy?
You've lost your mind.
Is your pillow lumpy?
No!
Well, check it again. Your car probably won't be ready before our game tomorrow. You might enjoy watching, if you've got nothing else to do.
Davis residence. Robert, your mother and I forgot our work clothes for our night jobs. Are you up to bringing them over?
Babe, no need to.
When do you need them?
As soon as you can get here.
I'll leave right away.
Robert doesn't need to be bringing them over right now.
It'll do him good to get out.
Morning.
We'll be ready to leave at about 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
You don't think Sam would sell information, do you?
Sam, he doesn't even like those people.
You don't have to like someone to take money from him. And how on earth would the Davis boy get information?
From his father.
Where would Abe learn anything? He doesn't set foot in here but twice a year, and we're always circumspect. At least I am in the car.
Maybe Caroline is mistaken. Abe rarely comes into the office. He never sees our files. He isn't even in our home for half of every day. Either she's wrong or Abe's boy has a different source of info. Morning, Jonas. Morning, sir.
Oh, Robert is here. He's coming around back. You shouldn't have made him come out this way.
With the chick here and the chick
Lori
there.
needs you in the kitchen. Out west, baby. No. Oh, done no have a farm. E-ya, oh.
Sometimes I don't understand your father. He gets an idea in his head and something has to be done now.
I didn't mind coming over.
Gloria, what did you...
Robert.
Hi, Gina.
Who do this to you?
Everywhere. Bow, bow, quack, quack here. Quack, quack there. Here a quack, everywhere quack.
You wanted Gina to see him like that.
It's good for her to know what her in-laws are like. And the nay, nay here, and the nay, nay there.
Lunch. Yes? Well, hello. By all means. Yes. No. No. That's very useful information, Linda. Extremely helpful. Thank you. Of course. Goodbye, Linda.
This is insulting. I have done nothing but work hard for this union, and you're calling me a fink?
Why would Jonas lie?
Why would I lie?
Protect yourself if
You believe him before you believe me.
If you did it. Jonas would never lie.
Oh, but I would.
We're not saying we don't believe you.
Then why are all these questions?
We're just asking questions.
We have to ask.
Because you believe Jonas.
Linda, nobody likes this, but we have to ask you.
It wouldn't be responsible if we didn't ask the questions. Now, did you phone his office on some other matter?
I don't even like those people. I have a hard time saying good morning to them. I have not spoken one word to them since before the lockout. Maybe there is another Linda.
How's your car?
I refuse to chit-chat with you.
Fine. I'll do the talking.
How do you live with yourself?
I'd rather not. I'd rather be engaged and looking forward to a long life with a husband like Jeff.
Exactly like Jeff, apparently.
Sure growing feisty in Ohio.
No, they grow 'em honest. Which is something a woman like you would know anything about.
Honesty is my problem. I was lonely. Jeff was there.
I want to be rich. I don't rob banks.
Your fiancé and I did not sleep together.
Of course you'd say that.
Why would I say it if it wasn't true? Why not run you off with some big lie about how much fun him and me had together? You have no idea how lucky you are.
Finding you in my fiancé's bedroom is not my definition of lucky.
Honey, he loves you so much, he turned me down. And when you can find a guy that'll turn me down, you ought to keep him. I know a keeper when I see one.
How would you know?
I had a keeper. I had my own. B-17 tail gunner. 5th Air Force. Went down near the Philippines 2 years ago this month. Actually, 2 years, 1 week, and 3 days ago, which was 16 weeks and 1 day after we were married. But who's counting? Good thing he went down in the ocean knowing what the Japs did to the bodies they got their hands on. Army Air Force sent me his footlocker and some medals.
I'm sorry.
Me too. But I'd be sorrier if I hadn't married him. I'm out of the mood for baseball. Maybe you could bring him luck. I couldn't. He's paying a mechanic to keep your car off the road.
How do you know?
Bartenders know, honey.
I made it. Ginger, I made it. I made the team.
Congratulations, Mr. Metcalf.
This is for good luck.
Don't let them bother you. They're only fans.
They're only available. They'll only be available at every ballpark and dressing room in the country.
Locker room.
Provide you with more opportunities than a traveling salesman has in a month of Sundays.
Doesn't mean I'll take advantage of those opportunities.
Oh, Jeff. You, not even you, be able to turn them all down.
Try me. I didn't mean to say it that way, Ginger. I can...
What?
I don't have to play big league ball.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Serious? Give up baseball for me? You'd give up baseball for me?
You're more important than baseball.
Yeah. Well, if you're willing to give it up, I'm not worried. I would have been if you hadn't, but you are, so I'm not. And boy, are you a keeper.
Gloria, where is my granddaughter?
With Gina.
Where's Gina?
She didn't tell you?
Tell us what?
I'm moving back.
Hey! It's about time. Where's the little one?
In my room.
You can't leave her alone. What's the matter with you, Gina?
I'm so glad, love. Thanks.
Hey. Hi. Can I hold her?
No, she's asleep.
Shh. Let me look. Don't scare her. What is this? Don't hold her. Don't scare her. You'd think he was the grandpa or something.
Hey.
Your sister can be hard to live with.
Tell me something I don't know.
But
Uh-oh.
she's still your sister.
Don't ask me to be sweet to her.
You can't keep on fighting. It upsets your mother no end, and it ties you up in knots. Hi.
Hi. Make up with her.
I'll be downstairs.
Linda,
Hank, I don't want to fight.
neither do I. I just...
Stay down! Stay down! Are you all right?
Yes.
Mom, stay upstairs!
Is anybody hurt?
Get down!
I want the police now.
Sarah, stay downstairs! Sarah! Sarah!
Sarah?
Now, when the biggest of stings on the home front.
What did they say? Oh. What they say and what they know are two different things. I mean, what they say is the first 24 hours are critical, and the first 12 are the most critical, and they're almost up.
Don't put this at my feet. Your people are responsible for this.
My people?
Yes.
Must be serious for you to come in today of all days.
Along with what else I listed, I told your nurse that both my parents died of cancer.
Why didn't you see me sooner?
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, it's the West's worst nightmare. Soviet nuclear material being sold to other countries. Tonight, nuclear secrets for sale, the new black market.